Yo, what is good, people? We are back on the channel with a big one, guys. Not much football today, guys. This whole week, it feels like Barca and Madrid haven't played in a while, bro. Dally, it feels like a lot.
I know.
Me and Dally, we're going to cook up. Dally, how you doing? And big up my guy, Will. Big up my guy, Will, for the redirect. But Dally, how you doing, my guy? This is going to be a banger.
Yeah, doing good, my guy. Appreciate you having me on your channel, mate. You know, you said, Dally, come on and cook me. I said, okay. I said, you sure, Jonas? I said, fine. I'll do it for him. So, guys, gotta represent Real Madrid in here. So, big up, though. Big up, mate. Appreciate you.
Big up once again for Dally. Big up for Will with the raid, man, like Football Carnage. If you guys don't know who Football Carnage is, I'll say this is probably the only nice thing I'll say about Madrid the whole live. He's probably on the Mount Rushmore of like Real Madrid content creators already, right? Dally, you're probably there too. But now, other than that, it's gonna be a straight cooking, straight belt, right? Just straight to work. You know what I'm saying? But now, big up everybody in the chat. Willinho, you know what I'm saying? Man, like Samuel, Yusuf, Dally, obviously, user, right? My boy, what's it called? Iconic. Big up everybody in the chat. What I need you guys to do early doors is run up the likes. Smash up the likes. Do not move like Ferran against Elche, where he's missing chance after chance. He had an unbelievable... Guys, do not move fraudulent. Smash the likes, right? For me and Dally also, his channel is in the title. I think you guys can see it, right? So at the end, subscribe to him too, right? But Dally, I want to get straight into it, right? Real Madrid. I'm looking at this La Liga table, right? Bro, how is there a title race? Do you want to explain it to me? Like, your feeling on Real Madrid, the title race, like just your overall thoughts on Madrid right now, man.
You know, just breathing down your neck. Sounds a little weird, but it's true. 1 point behind right now. Yes, we did bottle the lead a little bit, but it is 7 straight wins in La Liga. And honestly, when I saw that, it didn't feel like it. But, you know, we continue to kind of get... it's important for us to continue to get those 3 points. You know what I'm saying? Again, not the prettiest game over the weekend, but we just continue to get the job done. And to win La Liga, that's what you have to do sometimes. You know, you can always improve the performance, but you can never improve the result. I've said it time and time again. And for me, I will always take the 3 points instead of Real Madrid looking great but losing. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you know what it is, bro? Like I'm just saying, like, okay, so overall, you're not happy with the performance at all. I don't think any Madrid fans is happy at all, bro. Like, that Valencia game, bro, when I say, I'm not even joking. Watching paint dry, Dally, I think it's more entertaining. Like, the point where the paint will, like, turn from liquid to solid, That is more entertaining than watching Real. Bro, and it's not just Madrid. Valencia were awful too. It was straight up trash versus garbage. But Madrid, ultimately, they got more quality. Alvaro Carreras just went through, got a good goal. But my thing is just like, bro, like, how the heck is this Real Madrid team 1 point behind? You know what I'm saying? And you know what it is, bro? Like, I'm going to say this right now. And I feel like, actually, I want to ask you right now. And big up volume for the raid. Volume, big up for the raid. Once again, guys, run up the likes if you're coming through right now. Do you have any confidence for, like, Madrid winning La Liga still, just because the gap is still close?
I'm like 65% Barcelona winning it, 35% Real Madrid winning it right now. Just being realistic, I mean, we still have to play a Madrid derby against Atletico Madrid. We still have to go to the new camp to be facing you guys. You know, we do control our own destiny right now, so that is the good thing. But I don't know. Again, 7 straight wins, but the performance in all of those, it just hasn't, left me inspired, really confident. And at the same time, I guess, you can take a look over there at Barcelona. You have Pedri, who's out right now. Rafinha is out now. Rashford, football happens, and there's still a long way to go until May, so you never know. But I still think that Barcelona should be the favorites right now. I think they're looking better, and they're still getting the results right now, so.
Nah, I agree with that. Bro, this is facts, bro. Like, man like Leafor with the absolute, like, just gem in the chat. Bro, La Liga is trash, guys. I'm going to be honest, bro. Long gone are the days of Sevilla, being an elite force, at least in the Europa League. You know what I'm saying? Winning back-to-back. Valencia, they are trash. Like, I don't even, like, feel sorry. Bro, I feel obviously sorry for the finances, but these teams are garbage. There's no way else to spin it, bro. These teams in La Liga, they are not good because Real Madrid, did you say 7-game win streak?
In the Liga,
Bro, you know how mad that sounds. You wouldn't think about it, but the teams at the bottom, especially the bottom 10 of La Liga, they're not good enough. And it's not just a Madrid thing, bro, where I'm like, oh, these teams suck against Madrid. Even against Barca, if I'm being fair, dude, the first 2 months, Barca, I thought were up and down, dude. Like, all these teams couldn't finish 1v1s. And yeah, Yaun Garcia is, I don't know, maybe he's the greatest goalkeeper of all time. But still, like, even then, I'm not joking. I gotta back my guy, but dude, it's like these teams, like, they couldn't finish for nothing, right? But ultimately, for me, I'm still positive because I feel like Madrid's luck is eventually gonna run out, and I think we're the most stable team. Like, that's legit what I'm thinking right now.
Yeah, I mean, I hear it. At the same time, like I said, you never know. I mean, Lamine Yamal, he's been doing fantastic lately for it, but is he going to kind of default back to his Lamine Yamal ways and taking 10 shots a game and not putting in the back of the net? You never know. But, I mean, time will tell. I still think you guys are the favorites right now, especially, again, the fact that we have to go to the new camp. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, you know what? I have a feeling that game is going to decide the season. Like,
I think it might.
Because I think last year, was it like 4 points or something? Like, it was like, I think it was it was a close gap last season, and we won that game, and then it was wraps, basically. Like, I think it's gonna be the same thing where we decided at the new camp. So I obviously hope that Madrid are cooked by then. There's like a 10-point gap, but I think that's gonna be an important game. Bro, I want to speak about just Madrid and like Perez before we get to the greatest club, you know what I'm saying, that's ever graced this earth, FC Barcelona. Dali, I don't care. I have to say it. I have to back my guys. But, dude, I want to talk about Madrid real quick, right? Dude, so apparently you guys, there was Guehi links that you guys didn't really want him in January. Like, that's what I've been hearing. I've seen Carnage make a video. I've seen multiple guys make a video. Like, what are you saying about the links? And, I mean, you probably know more about it than me, bro.
Yeah, I've seen 2 different people kind of say things a little different. I've heard that basically Guehi, he offered his services to Real Madrid. I've also seen it saying no, that Real Madrid was never involved. Either way, Guehi would have been a very, very good person to be coming to Real Madrid. Now, the issue, I guess, is that since he is English, he would count as somebody not in Europe. And so I don't know if we could actually do that. Plus how much he actually costs in terms of salary, everything like that. I guess it's a ton. His agent wanted it. But at the end of the day, it's like a 15 million transfer, 20 million or whatever. And maybe, Will and I, we've chatted before, maybe it would have been a little less from Crystal Palace if he was going to Real Madrid compared to when he was going to Manchester City, you know what I mean? Not being in domestic. So you never know. But the fact that we didn't get him and the fact that we weren't actually super interested, I don't know. It's kind of a shame because I believe Guehi, I think he could come in and probably be a starter right away. And he was one of the ones I was targeting for the summer. And I've been saying it for a while. Go pay Crystal Palace the money. bring him into Real Madrid. Just get it out of the way. Instead, we have to go see him being at City, and that's a team, unfortunately for us, that we're playing every single year in the Champions League. So, I don't know.
Nah,
Whether we were in it or
crazy,
not,
bro.
I wanted him.
No, Guehi's a good center. I think I don't want to overgas him, but I would say I could say he's top 10 in the world, like comfortably. I don't think there's 10 better guys than Guehi. And like I wanted Barca to get him on a free, and to see Madrid not even try is crazy, bro. Like I want to talk about man like Perez, the old man, right? This guy used to be a don. This guy used to be moving like a bad man back in the day. I can't lie. He was mad. Bro, Rafa Benitez was messing around, sacked him, right away. But I feel like Perez is the biggest problem at Real Madrid. We blame the players. Okay, Perez gets the players, and ultimately, right? I know. I think I'm not gonna speak for every Madrid fan, but like a lot of guys wanted not Carlo. Everybody wanted Carlo out, but even Xabi Alonso, like he wasn't getting the backing. Some guys were saying Xabi Alonso out, and you look at Arbeloa, and yeah, the wins are there, but it's not getting much better. Even you saw Albacete, and you saw the Benfica game, bro. I think Perez is the biggest problem at Real Madrid. I'm not even joking. It's crazy. I never thought I would say this in like 2018. Like Florentino Perez is the guy that he's given the players too much power. When you see Xabi Alonso say like, "Yo, like the players are not listening to me." You saw Mbappe what happened at the Super Cup, right? So would you agree that Perez is probably the root of the issue at Real Madrid right now? Like not in the past, but what he's doing right now.
I think it's a combination, a couple of things. I think it's the fact that we're not going in January, the transfer window. I mean, it's something Real Madrid we never do. And yeah, I think we went and spent a lot of money in terms of the summer. But when you actually take a look at it, the Franco one was just kind of a plus signing, right? It's a future signing. We haven't really seen the best of Trent because the guy hasn't been healthy so far. I think Carreras has actually been very good. I'm not saying he's the best, left back in the world, but he's been very surprising to me. Dean, he came in, I thought he would do a lot better, but you have so much dead weight at the club right now, and I'm hoping that we can get rid of it. We gave Carvajal literally an extension right after he hurt himself. I don't know if you knew that. Like literally, I think it was the day after. It was just basically kind of like a good faith thing, right? You gave him a contract extension. You still have Alaba on the books. You still have Rudiger on the books. You have a lot of these players that you need to be getting rid of, and that's not even me mentioning Dani Ceballos, Fran Garcia, Ferland Mendy, We need to be getting rid of a lot of these players and then bringing solid players in. Now, my issue with Florentino Perez is he wants the young, up-and-coming players that we can get for cheap or we can get for free. Look at Guehi. He was probably like, maybe in the summer I'll get him for free, if he's there in the summer. But Upamecano, he's gone. Now we can't get him on a free. Guehi's gone. Kanate, apparently we don't rate anymore. So I do think that Perez is somebody who can be blamed for it. I still think a lot of the players need to be better because when you look individually, I think they're fantastic, but too many of the same profiles out there a lot of times, whether it's everybody's a left winger or everybody's just an 8 that crashes into the box. And so I don't know. It's
bro, I'm going to say this right now. Bro, I feel like Carlo Ancelotti needs more respect, bro. I'm not even joking. Dude, Madrid have been doing this, though. Like, I feel like eventually Carlo is papering over the cracks, and then eventually it broke. Even Carlo, when you play, yes, Mbappe is good, but now you're not getting, ever since Mbappe's came, Vinícius has not been the same. So, like, now it's just the imbalanced roster that, dude, Dali, I'm not going to lie to you. I'll try to be objective as I can, right? Because I really dislike her. I'm going to be honest, bro. Whenever Madrid lose, I have a smile for the rest of my day. But I think next season, I think Madrid can be good. I think if they fix up in 2 years, they can be probably like juggernauts again if they do the right moves, right? Because I'm looking at the roster. What is the main problem about Madrid? It is the balance, bro. You wouldn't say the players are garbage. Okay, you guys don't want Vinny, but Vinny was a superstar. Mbappe, fair enough. He's still a superstar. Bellingham, quote unquote superstar. I don't know about that one, but he's a good player still. I'm not gonna lie, right? Dude, there's a lot of guys. Fede Valverde, I know he's not having the best season, but I feel like the biggest problem in Madrid's roster is the balance, bro. Like, I don't actually think it's the players. I know you're saying you don't want to see youngsters, so you're saying you don't want to see a new Vinícius come in. You don't want to see a new Rodrigo. You don't want to see a Franco. You want to see set in stone players.
I guess when it comes to the midfield, I guess the biggest one we're linked to right now is Keith Smith coming out of the Dutch league. And the kid's 20, you know what I mean? Is that going to be somebody who's actually coming into the midfield and fixing the issues right now? And then same thing when it goes to center back. If you're going to go get me an 18-year-old and 19-year-old kid from the French league, coming in at center back, I don't think it's going to help us, where we can be like, oh, we got somebody in the center mid, we got somebody in the center back. I want somebody who's proven to come into the center back role. I want somebody who's proven to come in the center mid role. I'm all for getting, some of these younger players too, but if you can develop them and we don't have to rush them, you know what I mean?
Bro, look at this Madrid fan in the chat, bro. Man's always talking smack. He said Madrid's going to win La Liga. He said Barca getting knocked out of the Champions League semi. Bro, listen, worry about your playoff. Dali, real quick, right? Because I want to speak about the future Madrid manager next, but are you confident? Madrid fans in the chat, even the Barca fans, what are you guys saying for that tie, that playoff next week? Dali, I'm not going to lie to you, okay? I'll say this. I think Madrid ultimately will pull through. There's no way Madrid is getting knocked out in the playoff. Perez, dude, he might call me crazy. I know Florentino Perez. An unbelievable humiliation. I think he might sack Arbeloa. If you guys, imagine you guys lose. I don't call me crazy, but I don't think I saw Xabi Alonso get sacked in like 5 months. So I think Madrid will barely get past Benfica, right? And then from there, I don't know who they're going to play, but what are you saying about that tie? Are you confident? Like, what you saying about it?
I'm not super confident because we haven't seen Real Madrid beat Benfica yet. And the fact that we have to go to Benfica first and see what happens with that. No Jude Bellingham in that one, if you rate him or if you don't, the fact that we don't have him. Rodrigo is suspended for that one. Asensio is also suspended for that one. So we have to get Rudiger back to being healthy. We haven't seen him in a while. Trent, is he going to be back? Everything like that. There's a lot of, interesting things kind of going into both of those games, but I'm not super confident. I do think that we get by, but I'll tell you right now, man, if we lose again in Portugal, it's going to be a long week. Long week.
That would be insane. I can't lie, bro. Dude, I'll say this. The streets need a 1-0 Benfica win. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see, bro, Dali, I know the reaction.
We don't want that. We don't want that.
Bro, the streets will be fed. Bro, I want to see what the Madrid PR are going to do, man. I was hearing last time, 90 minutes at the Bernabeu. I was hearing mad things. The only word used in the locker room was remontada. But I actually will say this, a hot take about Madrid. I think if they get past Benfica and they play Man City, I feel like, I don't know where it is. I feel like y'all will beat Man City. I don't know. Call me crazy, chat. Gently call me crazy. I think you guys get out in the quarters. I think Madrid have a quarterfinal exit this year in the Champions League. But I saw you guys play Man City this year, and I know you guys lost, but that was that's probably top 5 Madrid performance, right? Not the result. Obviously, Madrid don't care. It's too big of a club to not care about the result. But I think that Man City are not as crazy. And I don't know, man. I maybe I'm the biggest guy who have said I don't really rate Man City like that. Dude, I know they had a good win today, but I've watched them a lot, bro. That's probably the Premier League team that I watched the most. I don't think they're as crazy. And if Madrid play Man City, are you saying like it's wraps for Madrid?
I don't know about that. I need to, I was watching a little bit of that City game earlier today, and like you said, they haven't been the best, but I do think them getting in Semenyo, getting in Gahey, I think they're getting a little bit better as the season goes. And so one thing at a time, let's beat Benfica. If we do beat Benfica, I 100% guarantee that we're playing Manchester City again. Like, I would be shocked. And then when it comes to that, like you said, the first time we played them, no Mbappe in that one, it was a close game where we had a lot of opportunities. So I think their defense is probably one of their weakest points. And so hopefully healthy Mbappe, healthy Vinny, maybe even Rodrigo back, maybe even Jude back for that one. Apparently Jude might be out for 2 months. So I don't know if he would be back for that one. But I think we match up with them pretty well. Now, I will say, if we would get out of that one and have to play Arsenal or Bayern Munich, I don't give us a shot, really. I don't really trust
No. The semis, I don't know. And I don't even know who you guys will play in the quarters.
That'd be in the quarters. That would be the quarters.
Oh, my gosh. Nah. Quarters. See, that's what I'm saying. I think Madrid's match this season is the quarterfinals. But listen, the one thing that I want to speak about, like, before we get to Barcelona is that the manager, bro, like Arbeloa. So I'll be honest. I'm not expecting you to say, I don't know. Actually, I'll ask you, do you want to keep Arbeloa for next season, right? I just want to know your thoughts on the managerial position at Madrid.
I'll tell you right now, in terms of Florentino Perez, I think that Arbeloa is the perfect manager for Real Madrid. As is, he is the ultimate yes man. He will say whatever. He will glaze the crap out of the players.
There's no way you're serious, bro. You said
listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. He is the perfect Real Madrid manager for Florentino Perez. He will glaze the players. He will take all the blame. He will, not say anything bad. He's a yes man for Florentino Perez. Do I want him at the club? No. I want somebody else to be coming in now. Who would that be? I don't know, especially with, again, the way that Perez is. I think Xabi Alonso, I still think he's a good manager. I wish he would have had a legitimate shot. I still blame that entire thing in the first Clásico where we don't punish Vinny Jr. for that one. I think he kind of started unraveling a little bit in that. If he could have actually done what he wanted to be doing out there in terms of demands, in terms of rotation, in terms of everything that he wanted, getting some more of his players, then I think that Xabi Alonso would have succeeded. But right now, the way it is at Real Madrid, Florentino Perez wants it done his way. He wants the manager to listen to what he wants. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who I want to be as the next manager. I don't want Arbeloa. I think this is a short-term rental. And honestly, regardless if we beat Benfica or not, I still think he's going to be the manager the rest of the season.
Listen, no, this season, I mean, it is what it is, bro. I feel like you'll have to get really bad for Arbeloa to get sacked. But listen, for me, I said this all the times, and Madrid fans in the chat, even Barca fans get involved. Like, I think that, because I know everybody want to say Klopp, but Klopp, he downplayed the rumors. I don't think Klopp's going to go to Madrid. I said, bro, why would Klopp, who his stock is at like an all-time high, he did all that work with Liverpool, go to a Madrid team that he might get sacked in half a season, just like Xabi Alonso if it's not going well. Madrid, they don't give you time, bro. I know Barca, you don't really get time, but Madrid's even worse, bro. There's a shorter leash. Like, they legit want trophies now. They want results now. They want to be the best team now. So I don't think Klopp wants to go to Madrid, right? And then the other names, they're not the greatest, bro. You're talking about like a Nagelsmann. You're talking about these type of B-tier coaches. Yeah. But I'm telling you right now, chat, let me cook. I feel like Thomas Tuchel is – I know you might not like it, but I think after the World Cup, I know Tuchel's style of play, right? He's a cup manager, right? I think he'll get the players on side. He's worked with Mbappe. He's got an Mbappe-led team to a UCL final. I don't think that's crazy. I think Tuchel might end up as the Madrid manager. And if you say he's going to stay with England, I've heard rumors. I don't know how reliable they are, but I've heard that it's just a one and done for Tuchel. That's what it's rumors, but that's what I heard. It's just win the World Cup or dip. Like, he's not a long-term manager for England. So, I mean, would you hate Tuchel as the Madrid manager?
I don't think he would do that well. I just don't think he's the biggest yes man in the world. So I wouldn't hate it. I just could see it being really short term. I could see it also being 6 months and it's another flame out kind of thing.
Man, he said Tuchel has the problems with Mbappe. That's crazy, bro. Like, but dude, like, that's Mbappe's best UCL run. So I just find it like somewhat surprising, bro. Like, it is what it is. Guys, we have basically 50 people watching right now. I need you guys to run up the likes. Guys, do not move fraudulent. Do not move. Like, I don't move like Arbeloa. You know what I'm saying? Glazing every single player. Move like a proper man. Move like Jurgen Klopp. Everybody wants that guy. Smash up the likes. Me and Dally, we're going to put on a show for y'all, right? But, dude, man said, would you take Luis Enrique? You want to answer this?
I mean, I would, but would he actually come? Probably not.
Nah, he wouldn't come. And then, like, bro, I couldn't handle that, bro. Like, that's moving mad. Luis Enrique is not coming, bro. That's my.
How about De La Fuente, the Spain manager? What are we thinking?
I think he might come. No, dude, that's a good one. But the real question is, does De La Fuente want to come when he has everything? He has a young Spain team who, I'm gonna be honest, Dally, I think they're gonna go to at least the semis. They could win the World Cup. Like, they got Yamal. You can be the manager for Yamal for 10 plus years. Pedri, you know what I'm saying? Olmo, even the other guys that are not like Barca, but like, you got Rodri probably gonna be better off the ACL. I mean, why would you want to have that dream team of Spain and they play very good? Bro, the chemistry of Spain, you think it's a club team, and then he's gonna go to Madrid, and bro, Lopetegui did the same. He was manager, and then he went to Madrid and he got sacked. So I don't think he would come, but Mason Nagelsmann is open to any team. I don't know.
I don't know
that, bro.
Nagelsmann he's interesting. He's interesting. Yeah, a little bit, but you're fine. Nagelsmann's interesting, but I don't know. I probably would have preferred De La Fuente would be my number one option, I think, if not Klopp. Klopp, I just don't see it happening. I don't see De La Fuente happening either, to be honest, but It's the
Yo,
Dally
am I
show right now
lagging
because
or like,
Jonas is
bro? I
lagging,
can't
but yeah,
lie.
you're good. You're good, Jonas. You're good.
Yo, bro, like was I lagging before, bro? I can't lie, bro. My screen was moving mad, bro. Yo, chat. I
You're good now.
apologize for
You're
this.
good
Is
now.
crazy, bro. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, it looks a bit better. But yeah. Lay it for. I think it's a bit better now. But
Hmm.
no, I mean, I do want to move to Barcelona real quick, right, bro? The big news is that man like Dusan Vlahovic is linked to the club. A lot of
Hmm.
Barca fans are mad at it, bro. Like, what are you saying about like Barcelona when it comes to like strikers, bro? Like, as a Madrid fan, what would you be like? Yo, that's like a legit signing because I'm not really moved by Vlahovic, but the thing is with us, bro, Dally, we don't have the finances, bro. We can't just go willy-nilly. Oh, let's spend over here. You know what I'm saying? Drop a
Hmm.
band over here. Bro. So it's peak, bro. But for man said I got Deco Wi-Fi. Nah, Omar, you're actually wrong for that. I can't lie, bro. Man said Perez is sabotage. Bro, Perez
Good.
might be sabotaging, but nah. But I mean, Dally, like, what you saying about Barca strike? Who would you say, like, yo, if he lands Barca, you know what? I might actually fear that as a Madrid fan.
I think the obvious one would be Holland. I think everybody would probably, I think all of Europe would probably fear that too, just because I think it would link up so well with a Yamal, with a Rafinha, stuff like that. I think it would do very well. I also think a Kane could be good. Now, Vlahovic, I don't really rate him. You know what I mean? I don't really rate him.
Yo, Dally, I'm gonna sound like a Republican right now, bro. Bro, I'm telling you right now, bro. Make Barca great again. Listen, no more bums to my club, please, bro. Like, I'm begging Dally. I'm tired of seeing guys come on a free. I'm tired of seeing we take second, third chances of players, right? But it is what it is. But listen, I want to talk about the UCL with Barca, right? I know Barcelona fans we're kind of hyped up because we're in the top 8. We made it. It didn't look
Hmm.
like it at a point. We're gonna play either Newcastle or Paris Saint-Germain, dude. Do you think there's gonna be a successful hate watch for one of those teams, or like, are you saying, yo, Barca they can handle Newcastle at least, bro?
I mean, they can definitely handle Newcastle. Now, PSG, I think that'd be very fun to watch. I mean, I'm rooting for that one to be happening, and of course, I'd be rooting for PSG in that one. But to be honest, I said it before on Chaos. I'll say it again. You guys are going to get some Disney Channel run. I already know how it's going to be. Real Madrid, if we get past Benfica, it'll be Man City. It'll be Arsenal. It'd be something, you know what I mean? It'd be PSG or something like that. I know how it goes, you know? So
Bro,
it
I don't care.
depends.
Dally, Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, bro. What else you want, bro? Bro, give me that. Listen, I don't care what it is, bro. Dally, give me a Mickey Mouse run to the Champions League. I don't care how we get the 6th, bro. Like, real talk. But, dude, I think I'm going to say this, right? And I want to see the chat. I think if we get Newcastle, we're going to handle business, bro. You know what's funny, Dally? We played both of these teams. We played Newcastle away, and we played PSG at home.
True.
PSG are way better than Newcastle.
Yeah.
They're like, it's disrespectful to like even compare them. I know PSG missed out. Dally, I don't know how they missed out, bro. They're such a good team. Them missing out on top 8 is kind of crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I'm gonna say this, it's a 50-50 tie. And I don't like that in a round of 16 game, that's a 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like I feel like Barca, it might even be 60-40 with the PSG because they're the champions of Europe. They have a lot of good players. They have Dembele. They have guys like Doué. They have guys like Kvaratskhelia. They have Vitinha. They have Neves, bro. So, me personally, bro, Dally, the things I would do to get Newcastle, you know, bro, they were telling me St. James's hype, St. James's Park, Pedri could not handle. Bro, that was a walk in the park. That it couldn't get easier, but for Madrid, right? Who do you guys? Who's Man City or the other team? I'm just interested. Who's the other team that you guys play?
I gotta look. Give me 1 second. I'll tell you right now.
Let me read like 1 or 2 of these chats real quick. Man said Holland, Alvarez, or Kane, bro. Hermano.
It'd be Sporting, Portugal. Sporting.
Yo, call me crazy. Sporting are actually decent, bro.
Yeah,
they're actually decent.
Yeah.
Bro, they beat Paris Saint-Germain. Like, I think Sporting versus Real Madrid will be a good tie. But that's what I'm saying. Like, even then, Madrid could beat them. But I think the quarterfinals. Are you sure that you guys play Arsenal or Bayern in the quarters?
Yep. Looking at it right now, it'd be one of those two, and that was the issue with us not finishing top 8. And like I said before, is all we needed to do was win, and we were top 4 guaranteed, which means you could have avoided both of those teams until the semis. And now the fact that you have to play one of them in the quarters, just an unfortunate thing, man.
Now, you know what, bro? For me, I have a similar feeling, but we got top 8 anyway. I was saying, bro, you even like I think I've texted you in the chat, like the chaos chat, multiple times, guys. Like, I said that Barcelona in the UCL, there's 3 teams that I don't really feel confident in Barca playing, and that was Arsenal, PSG, and it was Bayern Munich, right? And I especially Arsenal and PSG. I think Bayern. Call me crazy, Dally. I think we have a better team than Bayern. I know it might sound mad because they got Harry Kane and Elise. I know, but I like my guys, bro. I like Lamine Yamal. I like, you know what I'm saying, Rafinha. I like Pedro. I like Dani Olmo. I think we have a better team, actually, and I think our manager's better. I just think right now they're playing the better football, and that's why I'll say they're the better team right now. But I think PSG and Arsenal are horrible matchups for us, bro. Dude, we're not a good defending team from set pieces. So now you're going to have Gabriel and Saliba and Declan Rice whipping him. Bro, fries, bro. I don't know what to say, Dally, bro. But, I mean, I don't know. Do you think Barcelona have a good shot against any of those 3 teams, or would you add more, actually?
I think that I honestly still think that Bayern Munich's probably. I think they're just a better team. I think they score. They're clinical there. Not only that, they're also getting Musiala back. Lennart Carl, even though he didn't have the best day the other day, I still think he's good. Luis Diaz, man, we're talking. I think you're underestimating how good that team is right now. And then not even to mention Alphonso Davies. They got Jonathan Tah, Upamecano. They got guys, man. They got guys. And so,
bro, but you know what it is, bro? Dally, I really believe that we have a better team than Bayern. Guys, people call me negative.
I'm telling you right now, if you made 11, it'd be close. It'd
bro,
be close.
Okay, no, fair enough. But you know what it is, bro? Because a lot of people, sometimes they call me negative. Oh, you don't glaze Barca. Bro, I'm telling you right now, that's a tie that I think Bayern are better right now. But I believe we have a better team. I really do. I know their attack. Bro, I'll take Rafinha over Diaz. I think Rafinha is big time, bro. And then striker, fair enough. Harry Kane definitely over Ferran or Lewandowski. I'm taking Yamal. I know I was saying that Alicia had a better season, like what's it called at the start, but I think Yamal has really picked it up. And I think Yamal is a better player than Elise. But you know what? It is close. But big up to the chat, guys. Run up the likes. Guys. We have basically 50 people in the building. We need 45 likes ASAP. Do not move. Like Ferran Torres, do not move. Like, I don't even know if UEFA gives us PSG. Do not move fraudulent, bro. Give us Newcastle. But big up to my guy, King. Hold up. How come I can't get this message? Yeah, I can. Okay. Hey, big up my guy, King, in the making all the time, bro. Big up my guy, King. Yo, man saying I think Barca and Madrid are cooked in the UCL. Bro said both of us are cooked. That's kind of crazy, bro.
Did you notice, though? He said you first, though. So you're cooked first.
No. Bro, listen, Dally, it might legitimately be you first because you guys play your game first.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, okay. Perhaps Barca go deeper, but we would need a legendary run to go far in this competition. Bless up, fam. Now, I think I'm not going to lie, dude. I said it, bro. Like, especially like a semis, Dally. I think that Jan Garcia will just, brother, he'll have to inject some things. I don't know, bro. Man's got to use – I don't know, bro. Like, legit, Jan Garcia's got to just bail us out in, like, a semifinal if we're going to make a UCL final because I think it's – bro, I hate to be pessimistic, but I think the semi's the max, bro. I'm going to be honest. If we can get to UCL final, I'll say this, though. I'm proud of the boys. I'm proud of everybody. And you know what? Win or lose the UCL final, I'll be proud of the team. But – nah, bro. Let me read some of these chats though. They said we ain't winning Champions League. I don't want La Liga and Copa del Rey, another domestic treble. Oh, I just want La Liga and Copa. Yeah, I mean, dude, I feel like a lot of Barca fans are downplaying the domestic treble. Like, it's a big achievement, bro. And especially with our finances, like if we had money, we'd have a better chance to compete in Europe, but we don't. So in the reality that we're in, this is probably the best that we can do. In the UCL, we low-key have to hope that one of these teams mess up. Maybe a red card, maybe a penalty that goes our way. That's just the truth, bro. And you can't really blame Flick, bro. Before Flick, bro, we were in the Europa League. We were doing like all this nonsense, bro. Like, Dally, I was.
Did you win the Europa League when you were in it?
Chat. Should I kick Dally? Dally, what you mean? Bro, you know, I sometimes I can't lie, bro. This is why, chat, right there is why I need Real Madrid knocked out of this competition, put out of their misery. Benfica, Jose Mourinho, can you run back the clock? You know what I'm saying? Run it back to like 2011, bro. But let me read like a couple more of these, right? Man said Bayern scored 79 goals in 21 games.
True.
That's flipping crazy. They are outscoring us big time. We have 63 in 23 games. Bayern are crazy. But bro, Bayern, are they really that? Like, Dally, do you say Bundesliga tax with Bayern, or like are you like, nah, they're legit?
I mean, dude, it's not like the thing with Real Madrid, we have 7 straight, right? We're winning these games in the Liga, all right? But at the same time, even like Barcelona, like Barcelona's not demolishing some of these teams. And you and I, we've both said it. The Liga's trash this year. So whatever you want to say about, you know, Bundesliga, everything like that, Bayern are thrashing these teams a lot of the times. And so, like, dude, I'm looking right now. Diaz got 13 goals. Olise's got 10 goals. He got 16 assists. Kane's at 24 goals in the league. I mean, dude, they're going crazy.
No, chat. Barca fans, was Deco cooking? He wanted Diaz, bro. And everybody was cooking him. And man's flying. But now the problem wasn't with Diaz, the player. It was Diaz, the price, bro. Because it was 75 mil. And for us, it's just not worth it when you already have Rafinha. Like, it legitimately doesn't make sense, right? Guys, run up the likes, right? Listen, I do want to talk about like the two main guys I feel like of our teams, right? Mbappe and Lamine Yamal, right? Bro, Dally, I think every single time that I've asked you, you said Mbappe is the best player in the world. I think you might have said Haaland, but I think you said Mbappe is the best player in the world. Right now, today, the way Yamal has been moving in 2026, moving like King Von, every single game is a 9 out of 10, after a 10 out of 10, and then he gives me another 9 and 10. Are you still saying Mbappe is the best player in the world or not really?
Yeah, I'm still saying Mbappe. I'm still saying I think Mbappe, I think he just does everything in terms of attack. I think he's the best attacker in the world. His pace, his finishing, he just can create something out of nothing. Even in like the past couple of games, he's been bad. He's getting a brace. He's getting a goal. Yes, some of them might be pens and everything like that. Now, don't get me wrong. I think Lamine Yamal is doing very, very good. I think the thing that I've always kind of been jealous about when it comes to Lamine Yamal at Barcelona is how many touches he gets a game.
That's true.
Like, if you go and look, it's like minimum 80 touches a game. Sometimes I've seen 120, 130 touches a game. And so that helps him a lot. He's also taking a ton of shots. Now, the thing for me coming into this year, I was saying I want to see 20 goals for Lamine Yamal in the league. Now he's almost there now. He's about halfway there, right?
He has over 10 this season, right?
I think he's at 10 or 11 right now. So he's on his way there. But it's how many shots he was taking last year was like top 5 in the world, and he got 8 league goals. You know what I mean? So his finishing has gotten a lot better, and that's been the biggest, criticism I've had of him. I think his dribbling is fantastic. I think he's probably one of the most dangerous players on the wing. I like that he goes at players. I'm still taking Mbappe today, man. I just think that Mbappe, he's just a better finisher. I just think he's faster. I just rate him more. So,
bro, you know what it is with Mbappe? I'm gonna be honest, dude. Like Dally, I think Mbappe is a great player. Matter of fact, I have Mbappe second best in the world, right? And I was saying that even when Yamal is down for him, I still think he's the best talent in the world. Like the way he can impact the game, dribbling. His shooting it's not bad anymore. It's actually decent, right? It's like it's passable finishing, right? And then the way that he makes guys better. And dude, I feel like Yamal in like every single type of game can cook. Where Mbappe, I feel like, bro, there's been like even the Valencia game when Valencia they're playing low block at times and Mbappe's not getting involved. I know you're gonna say he's a striker, his job is to score, and I don't blame Mbappe. I think Mbappe's elite, but I'm just looking at it right now, dude. And I say this right now. I'm fair to Mbappe. I said Mbappe was the best player. You could. It's a valid take the way he was playing because it was like undeniable. Like before the last month, like it was like undeniable. Score, goal. It didn't matter. But I feel like right now, Lamine Yamal, and you know what's funny about this, Dally? I think I said this before. I'm not sure if I said it on stream though, bro. I think one of these two guys are gonna win the Ballon d'Or. It's going to be because I think France or Spain win the World Cup. Like, do you think that's crazy to say at all? Because I think these two players, for me, I mean, I have a question real quick before we even talk about, like, Ballon d'Or potentially, right? Like, so do you have Yamal top 5 at all, or you're like, nah, bro, he ain't top 5. You got Holland.
Yeah, I think he's probably the best right winger. I think he's very close with Olise, to be honest with you, though. But in terms of, like, if you're building a team around anybody, it'd be Yamal. You know, the things that he's doing at 18 years old is crazy. And actually, he's kind of ruining it for every other youngster to be coming up because, you know, he should not be doing this, what he's doing at 18 years old.
That's
And he's
true.
played how many games he's already played already at 18? It's crazy, you know. And
He's
when
played
you think
over
of
100 probably.
that's what I'm saying, man. That's crazy. You know, like Messi wasn't doing that. Cristiano Ronaldo wasn't doing that. You know, you see what's happening with like Stavao over there at Chelsea. That's kind of what you expect from an 18-year-old. What happened with Endrick, you know, just kind of breaking out a little bit like that. He's ruined it, like the expectations for all these 18-year-olds.
But
I'm
the thing
just,
is,
yeah.
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
No, go for it. Go for it.
No, I was gonna say the point that you made earlier that Yamal is like he gets an insane amount of touches. That's
Mm-hmm.
because of his play style. He drops deep. Like whenever a Barca are struggling, like he drops deep, and whenever he's dropping deep, it's not dropping deep to just get one or two touches of the ball. Like sometimes I see Mbappe or just other guys do it. I see a lot of players do that when they're the striker and they don't get any. Even Rashford sometimes does it with us, right? But Yamal when he drops deep, it's like there's a purpose to it. Like he'll play a little Trivela or just around the corner to Koundé. Like he'll start an attack. That's just his play style, though. He's just a natural playmaker. But I mean, what were you gonna say? But before I cut you off, bro.
To be honest, I don't even know what I was going to be saying, but I think I
Nah.
was just saying the expectations for him, you know, for all 18-year-olds are just crazy now just because of what he's done. I mean, I'm looking at the touches in the past 3 games, 89 touches, 106 touches, 88 touches, you know. And the thing that I've always, whenever I'm watching Barcelona, it's Pedri's just like get the ball to Yamal, which is not a bad strategy, right? I'm not shitting on the strategy at all. I think it's a great one. I wish that Real Madrid would do it more. Just get the ball to Mbappe. Just get the ball to Vinny. You know, Vinny, if Vinny kind of can cook, right? It's because he's had 80 touches in a game, 90 touches in a game. Eventually, he's going to get the best of the right back, right? Same thing with Yamal. Eventually, he's going to get the best of the left back. That's what I want to be seeing more. I think he's doing good. I would still think though, for him to be like a more complete player, I want to be seeing him using his right boot because I feel like too often he's relying on the Trivela pass. You know, he's
Ooh.
very, very left-footed dependent. And this is a thing. A lot of these young players, man, they're so dependent on one foot. Cole Palmer is the exact same thing. If you go and watch him, if Cole Palmer can't get it on his left foot, he's not comfortable. So a lot of
You
these
know what
players
it
are.
is though, Dally? A lot of lefties are like that, bro. That's a lefty thing, bro. Like how many
I
lefties?
know.
Yeah, how many lefties are good on their like right or use their right? There's like not many, bro. Like even like Gareth Bale, was he using his right like that? I'm thinking like Lionel Messi was okay on his right. Like when he was
Mhm.
shooting, he was decent, but he wasn't using his right to pass every second. Like that's just not like a normal thing for lefties. Like there's guys who are ambidextrous. I'm not counting Dembele, Chad. I'm not counting Dembele. I'm not counting guys that they're like both. I'm talking about guys who are definitely left. Like we all know it's left. You know what I'm saying? That's just not a
Mhm.
really. That's not common. You know what I mean? And like, but I agree. If Yamal could use his right foot, I think also his off the ball movement needs to be better, bro. I think that's one of the few things that dude Ferran is better at. Rafinha is elite off the ball. Like I'm not even talking about defense. I'm talking about when you're not involved. You said it. How many times we get the ball, Pedri gets it, get to Yamal.
Mhm.
Dion gets it, just pass to Yamal. Pass to Yamal. That's all we do. You know what I'm saying? And I understand this is why they call us Yamal FC. But I think when we're not looking, sometimes Yamal is not running, bro. Sometimes in beyond, I'm not even trying to criticize him, but I feel like how could Yamal get better? You know what I'm saying? Mbappe, though, I don't know if he could get like as a striker. I don't think he'll get better as a left wing. I agree though, Dali. I think you guys, if you use him as a left winger, I think he would be more involved in the game.
Yeah, that's what I think too. I think the thing with Yamal that if I'm like looking at it from just like a football fan, I think he's incredibly lazy already at 18. And when he's playing as a right winger, I mean, honestly, I think Mbappe is incredibly lazy. But as a striker, it's kind of what happens. You watch a Holland, you watch a Kane. They're
Yeah,
not
that's true.
they're not doing the work, right? They're not doing the work right. I would like them to do better. But what I'm saying, Yamal, I still think he's been incredibly lazy. I also think that the fact that he's at 18 years old, he's been given the number 10 jersey. He's been, everybody's like young King Yamal. He's crowning himself, everything like that. I just would worry, is it going to get to his head? Is he going to be like, I'm the superstar? Why would I have to do that work rate? Because you can see it with some of these other players. And as a winger, look at Rafinha. Rafinha did everything last year. The GA from him was incredible. But not only that, the defensive work rate from him was incredible. That makes the team better. You get these people uncomfortable. Look at the right wing for Barcelona. Koundé and Yamal. Is that the best defense in the world? I don't think so.
No, hell no. Like last year was when Koundé was locking up, but right now,
Mm-hmm.
no. No, I agree. Listen, with Yamal though, like how many superstars really play defense though? Like that's not really a thing. Like I'm talking about attackers, not like guys like if you consider like Jude or even Pedri. These guys are midfielders. Midfielders always play defense, but like attackers, I'm looking at Mbappe. He's a bit lazy. Yamal, a bit lazy. Even Lionel Messi towards the end, but I mean that's Messi, bro. Like Cristiano, was he running like that? It's not really normal, but I agree. At 18, you would like to see more effort, but at the same time, dude, he's the best player, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would honestly, if Yamal said, "Yo, Hansi Flick, I'm not running. Tell that old man Lewandowski to run." What are you gonna say to him? Like real talk, what are you gonna say to him? He's the best player on the team already, so it is a bit dangerous. But we just gotta live with it, bro. These chat man said, how long you going for? Probably like 15 more.
I think he said, "How you doing? How are you doing?" I think that's what he said.
How you guys doing? I'm
Good.
doing great, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
Barca
it.
on top of the table. Dali. Saying, let me put on the shades, bro. So I was supposed to start off the live like this, bro. The whole live. You know what I'm saying? I'll be shameless, bro. One point. I mean, nah. Yo, Dali, bro, man, bro, listen, bro. All I'm gonna say is until I'll stop wearing the shades once we're not top, which I don't think is gonna happen, bro. But
Fair.
nah, Dembele, Santi Cazorla, bro. Santi Cazorla was both footed, bro. Come on, Chad. Chad, is Turkey left footed?
He's
Is he
both.
left footed?
He's both.
Yeah, so it's not really a normal thing, right? But I don't want to speak about something new that did happen, right? The Super League, bro. It got dropped completely, right? Like it's not dropped, but Barcelona dropped out of it. I don't know if Real Madrid are going to continue it. Obviously, your boy Perez is the main guy initiating, right? But like, what are your thoughts? Because I'm gonna just say this real quick. The Super League, I was in the minority. I was saying, bro, I like the Super League. And you might call me crazy, Dolly, but dude, the UCL doesn't give the clubs as much money as it should. That's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
This UCL, the new format, kind of does a bit more. But I was saying the Super League, if it's going to give Barcelona financial strength, it's going to give Juventus and all these teams, all these Italian teams and Real Madrid, because we can't compete with the Premier League. Let's be honest, bro. Premier League clubs, they're saying, Arsenal saying, when they were saying, oh, no, we're not going to go for the Super League. Liverpool aren't, Man City aren't, United aren't. Well, that's because they're so well off. And also the way it's going forward, United and Liverpool and all these teams, they're going to jump Real Madrid. And I mean, I'm going to say, listen, Dali, because I have a take I'll say about Real Madrid later, but I think the Premier League overall strength is going to jump La Liga, even the top guys, like us and you guys and Madrid. PSG, I don't know about them because they have oil, but like Bayern, it's going to jump them. You know what I'm saying? So I was cool with it, right? But now Barca dipped. I just feel like it just didn't get enough support. And Barca, I think Barca wanted it, but abandoned it because there's no support in it, But what are you saying about the Super League?
Yeah, I think you're right. There was no support in it. Now, I kind of liked the idea of it. And here's the thing, mate, too. I dropped a video with Will, and I said a hot take in it, too. And I want to hear what you say, because it involves Real Madrid and Barcelona. I don't see both Real Madrid and Barcelona wanting to continue to be getting passed up by what's happening over there in the Premier League right now, okay? I don't think, financial-wise, they're getting crazy money. Could you ever see it in a world where basically both Real Madrid and Barcelona say, Premier League, let us join. Give us some of that money. Let us join. Make it the Super League. That's fine.
Hold on. So you're saying Barca and Real Madrid get mad at like the La Liga, everything that's going on. There's no money restrictions, all the the goofy shenanigans, right?
Yep.
Of La Liga, and they're like, "Yo, Prem, listen, can we join you guys? Can we get some of that money?" You know what? I'll say this, bro. I think Barca are more likely to accept that than Madrid. I think Madrid would. But I feel like Madrid's been the more Spanish club also. Like Barca, if you know the history, it's always been a bit different than Madrid. I think, you know what, though? Nah, it's too hot, Dali. I don't see it, bro. I don't see.
I just think of it like this way, right? Imagine that all of a sudden, I still don't even think it's fair because, like, look at how Man City's moving right now. Look at how Liverpool moved this summer, right? If they can start getting even more, and so every summer, now it's 50 million more that Premier League clubs can be spending. Even like look at some of those like mid-table teams over there. Like they're spending money. You know what I mean? And so if for some reason Real Madrid and Barcelona, they could only spend 150 and these Premier League teams are paying 350, an off season. I don't know. I could see it happening. I know it's a crazy thing. The thing is though, we're both in the States. We've seen it in terms of conference realignment, in terms of college football. That was something that used to be certain areas, certain regions, and now it's completely just the entire United States. I don't know. It's a wild take. If it ever happens, I was the first one to say it, so I'll throw it out there.
Nah, bro, Dally, I feel like that's mad, bro. I can't lie. The more I was thinking about it, right? When you were talking, bro, that's flipping crazy. That's too crazy. Then what is La Liga? La Liga, you're telling me the biggest matchup. Let's say Atleti even joins it, right? Bro, we're talking about the biggest matchup is gonna be like Villarreal versus like I don't even know, bro. Like
no, it would trash La Liga. It would trash La Liga, but I think it would kind of be like a payback. You know what I mean? Like if you're going to restrict us, if you're going to not let us compete with these teams in Europe, then we're going to leave. I think it could be something like that. Like don't be that surprised. I feel like when the Super League was even announced, people probably never even thought that could even be a possibility. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but
no. You know what's the craziest part with the Champions League, bro? They basically, Dally, they snatched their chain, bro. They saw the Super League come in. There was more clubs that were for at the time, and UEFA just took their idea, basically, legit, bar for bar, pound for pound, whatever you say, bro. Legit, if you did that at school, like in a test, and you copied, you'd be sent to like the principal's office. They just took their idea, Dally, and ran with it, and they just didn't rename it. It's still the Champions League, but it's the Super League that we're really in. You know what? I was saying the Super League that I wouldn't mind because it would be what we're seeing right now with all these big teams playing against each other. Let's be honest. The UCL is way more exciting. This top eight is way more exciting, bro. Like, I get to see Barca versus Bayern last year. I got to see this year Barca PSG. I get to see way more big games. I got to see Real Madrid, Man City. You know, there's every single – dude, there's like legit I feel like there's a good game or two good games every week. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like before, it wasn't like that. So I was for it anyway because – if it's going to be the same competition, give me the money, right? But now it is what it is. I think it's done, though. Do you think there's any going to be resurrection with Barca leaving? I don't think it's ever going to come back, bro. I'm going to be honest.
I think it's done. I think it's done, mate.
Man said, let me read some of these chats. Man said, that's a bad idea. Man said Barca is broke. Bro, still on top of La Liga, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? Dally, how do you respond to that? When if I say like a broke club, it might go back to back. I'm going to just say, bro, Dally, if we win this, the things I will say, if we win potentially, guys, just think about it. Barca would have won 3 of the last 4 La Ligas. Broke. You know what I'm saying? Finances. Like, it's kind of a bad look. I'm not going to lie to you, but what would you say to that, bro?
I mean, at the same time, you know, you get generational talents in terms of your academy in Yamal, and you get Pedri. So, I mean, I wouldn't be that surprised. So...
Nah, I hear it. Man, I said ask Dally if you would take a UCL if it meant Lamine wins the World Cup and Ballon d'Or this season. Would you do that?
Yeah, because it helps Real Madrid. So
yeah, I was about to say he's gonna say yes because I've seen Dally's content. He only cares about Madrid, bro. He doesn't care about nothing else. So if Yamal wins the World Cup and Ballon d'Or, that doesn't take any trophies away from Real Madrid. To be honest, I'll probably do the same, bro. If you told me that Barca won the UCL, chat. Barca
but Mbappe and France won the World Cup?
Yeah, if Mbappe and France win the World Cup, if Mbappe wins the World Cup, bro, this guy has been to 2 finals. Let's be honest, chat. Is anybody really surprised if he wins the World Cup and a Ballon d'Or? No. So you're basically asking me, would you take a Barca UCL? I would definitely take that, bro. For me, I would, hell yeah, bro. I would definitely take that. Man said La Liga, Serie A, League top teams can firm a Super League. We could, but it's just, you know what it is, bro? Dally, the Super League just feels wrong. That's what it is, bro. Like, big up my guy, Abdul. Man was saying it goes against the history of the clubs. But the thing is, bro, Abdul, right? And big up for the comment, right? But I don't really care. I might sound like a new gen. I don't care about the history like that, bro. If my club is struggling to register Ronnie Bargdi, what's the point? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, like that's what I was saying about it. But Dally, I do want to talk a little bit about just overall, not just La Liga, but damn, I was gonna speak about the Copa del Rey, right? Atletico Madrid. Are you hoping for anything? Do you expect anything crazy to happen?
Madrid together, baby. Madrid together. I mean, honestly, I'm always rooting against Barcelona. Let's be real. I don't like Atleti either, but I'm always rooting against Barcelona. So now, I'll be honest, Tomorrow will be interesting to see what happens. I do think that Atleti is catching you at a good time with no Rashford, no Rafinha, no Pedri, going to the Metropolitano. I don't know. I think it's gonna be an interesting game. Atleti needs to come out of that at least 3-1 to even have a shot. I think.
Are you saying they have to win? Like a draw is not good enough for them?
Yeah, I think if they don't win by 2 goals, so it could be Atleti 2-0. You know what I mean? If they have to win by 2 goals tomorrow for me to think that they even have a shot in the next one. So just because I think you guys will be healthy, then I think Pedri might be there, etc.
Ain't no way, man. Like a Madrid fan said, Alpa Atleti. Bro, Dally, ain't no way you, Carnage, all you guys going for. Just remember that one Real Madrid Atleti derby where the game stopped because the Atleti fans, I don't know if they were being racist or they got the game stopped and then they scored an equalizer at the very end. You remember that 1-1 game, bro? You're going for that team over the blue and red. You know what I'm saying? The greatest team. Dally, come on, bro. Dally, if it's between the ups, let's just say hypothetically this was the final, right? Let's do a fantasy world, right? This was the final. You're still running for Atleti.
Madrid together. Bro, what can I say, man? Bro, I don't like Barca.
Man said Barca. Come on. Man said, I don't care. I hate Barca more than... Man said Barca.
No. Read it right. There you go. Barca.
Hell no. I'm not saying that. I don't care. I hate Barca. Listen, bro, I'm a bit... You know what? I'm going to do this in the chat, bro. I'll help you spell it. You know what I'm saying? I know the autocorrect on your phone is messed up. You know, spell like this, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Mine doesn't know how to spell it, so I get it.
Man says, I don't care. I hate Barca more than Atleti. Nah, I hear it. To be fair, Dally, I will say this, bro. If Barcelona, I said this, I think on Chaos, if Barca were in a position, bro, that we've already lost La Liga, let's just say hypotheticals, Barca's already lost La Liga, right? And we play Atletico. And if we win, if Barca win the game against Atleti, Madrid win La Liga. But if Barca lose, Atleti win La Liga. Bro, I would play the youngsters. You would see like you would see a record-breaking amount of debuts, Dally. You would see, bro, they will legit investigate us for match fixing. What I'm about to do, Dally, I'll play like Chesney center back. I'll make sure there's no way that, you know what I'm saying, that we win this game because, you know what I'm saying, the hate for Madrid, Real Madrid, not Atleti, I don't care about them, but it's mutual, bro. But would you do the same? Like if you already lost La Liga, flip Barca, would you do that? Because I would do that, bro. Sign me up.
I would do that. I would. I just don't want you guys to win anything. So
man, come on now. Man said Donnie almost about to show up tomorrow, bro. I hope so, guys. We have Pedri out, by the way, and Rafinha. We need
and Rashford, right?
Rashford out, bro. Yamal's gotta run it back, bro. Yamal's gotta no Nicky Nicole. You know what I'm saying? He's gotta lock in. You know what I'm saying? No IG, no nothing. I need Yamal to backpack this team, hard carry. You know what I'm saying? But listen, that will be lit. Let me just read a couple more chats. Man said, Jonas, would you give up winning a UCL final to make sure Madrid got relegated that season? Hold up. So would I give up winning?
So you're in the final. I don't exactly, it doesn't correlate together, but basically you would be in a final, but if you lose it, Real Madrid gets relegated.
I don't care, bro, to be honest. Like, I would take the UCL, bro.
I would take the UCL too.
I think, you know what's crazy? If Madrid gets relegated, chat, that low-key would hurt Barca. Like, there's no El Clásico. That'll hurt the revenue. Well, what's our biggest matchup? Atleti? Come on, bro. Like, bro, we're about to give them a historical type of beating. You know what I'm saying? We're going to, listen, Dally, the way that we're about to beat Atletico, like, if somebody beat their kids that way, bro, they wouldn't have their kids no more. It'll be taken away. Like, real time, that's what we're about to do. Atletico, we own them. So we kind of need Madrid in this league, bro. Man said, I will let Espanyol score 10 goals if it means they win over. Bro, get up out of here, bro. I'm saying, yo, man, yo, at least, you watch the NBA, you know when teams tank. Make it believable, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? Everybody's out. How is this possible, bro?
I know. That's bad. That's bad.
Nah. But, guys, we will have the watch-along tomorrow, guys. Make sure to be there. The watch-along is going to be lit. Yamal is going to absolutely cook up. Donnie almost going to cook up, right? We're going to hopefully win. I wouldn't mind with a draw with this game. But guys, smash up the likes. I appreciate every single one of y'all, right? Run up the likes. Subscribe if you haven't. Do not move like a fraud, right? Me and Dally putting in the extra hour for y'all to appreciate, right? Some of the content, right? And also, click Dally's channel at the top on the title. Like it's up there, right? Don't move like a fraud, right? You're not blind, right? Bro, you can't miss it. There's no reason. Click subscribe, right? Big up to everybody. Dally, what you got cooking up on your channel before you want to say anything?
Yeah, I just dropped a collab with Will, Football Carnage, on the channel too. We talked the Real Madrid dinner. We chatted about where would we be sitting if we were there, the best fits, everything like that. Center back targets for Real Madrid, the Super League dead. We got to watch along on the channel this weekend too. Instant reaction right after the game.
In La Liga? Who do you guys play next?
Sociedad at home.
Oh wait. It was away. You know what? I was like, yo, they gave us a tough game, man. But yo, listen, I don't know who we got on the week. We play on Monday. That's the only thing I remember.
True,
yo,
mad.
Big up chat. Bro, this is wrong, bro. Man's legit. Man's calling to God, bro. I ain't gonna lie, chat. That is a perfect way to wrap it up. Yo, relax, bro. Inshallah, we win, bro. How about that? But big up everybody. Run up the like, subscribe to me and Dally. I will see y'all soon tomorrow for the watch long, an hour early. Peace out. Big game. Visca Barça.
Al Madrid.